Hello and welcome to a reading vlog. Hey guys, so I'm going to do a reading vlog with the books that Naima from Naima's Reads gave me for the Secret Santa book exchange. I promised that I would vlog. She likes vlogs. She likes when I vlog because she's the sweetest of all time. And I promised that I would vlog. So let's check out the books. All right, my phone died, but we are back. The first book I'm going to read is The Fixer by Jessica Gadziala. This is my first ever Jessica Gadziala book, so it's a reread for me. I'm very, very, very excited. Like, so excited to read this again. And I think it's going to be the perfect break in between picking up A Heart of Blood and Ashes by Milla Vane. This is a dark romance, fantasy romance, high fantasy, epic fantasy. Lots of fantasy. Now, I have read both young adult and adult fantasy before I became all romance all of the time. So I think that I will not have a problem with this. I'm very excited because this is a quiet, clever heroine with like a barbarian warlord. Look at the cover. I'm very excited. I think I'm going to adore it. I think that I might have some trouble with it being slow maybe at the beginning because I don't know if you guys know this, but I read a lot of insta-love novellas and quick reads like under 200 pages. So this one in this little mass market paperback is 542 pages. So I think that I will pick this up first, and I will probably read a couple of ebooks too. And I have a couple of books that I am already reading for the Taboo Book Club. That's Love Unexpected, and one is White Rage, which is the nonfiction book that I'm reading. And then also, Naima got me this cute little notebook, and because I'm reading physical books, I get to use my new bookmark. Is that not the cutest thing? Life's Feather with a little HEA. Oh my gosh. So this is from the Smart Woman Read Romance podcast Etsy shop, and the colors are really awesome. The packaging was really good, so it didn't get bent or anything, and I can't wait. I don't know if I'm going to start reading today. I don't normally read a lot on Sundays, but my schedule is a little different today. I might be able to squeeze it in. I did kind of want to show you guys the aftermath of filming videos. So this is my bed. Right here is here is my handy dandy tapestry. It is currently $12.99 on Amazon. I just got this chair. I was using that piano bench, but it creaked a lot. I don't know if you can tell that in my videos, and we rent, so the floor is kind of terrible. So that's part of why I have this tapestry. So, you know, there's lots of dings and stuff in the paint, and that's okay. That's not in my videos usually. I just got this chair. It is this navy velvet. See that? How pretty. I'm quite excited about it because I don't think that it's going to creak. This is what the aftermath of my videos look like. I have my notes from the video that I just recorded. I have the outfits of the videos that I just recorded, and I have my planner, which of course tells me what I was supposed to be recording. This video is already live. I need to update it in the planner. This video is already filmed, edited, uploaded. The description's done. Everything is done for that because it was supposed to go up then. I didn't do a video there. And then I filmed this and this today. And then you are seeing this, hopefully, on this day. So that just kind of tells you, and I am filming. This is today. So that kind of shows you the amount of process and days between my videos. So you can see that I'm wearing my Taylor Swift Reputation tank top, and I wanted to tell you guys about my favorite Taylor Swift reactors because I discovered one today and I am so obsessed. So my very first great music reactor love is Steven in Stereo. He was the first music reactor I ever watched consistently, and I got to watch him go from not really knowing much about Taylor Swift to becoming a total Swiftie, and it's been so much fun. He owns all of her albums on vinyl now and is just as obsessed as I am, but watching him was the most fun I'd had watching anybody react to Taylor Swift, and now I watch him react to a ton of other musical artists also. On top of that, he got me a Kindle, so I mean, it's gonna be hard to replace him in my affections, to be perfectly honest with you. But coming in a close second has been, what's his face? Anthony Aiken Jr. He is so creative with his editing. I cannot. It's really funny editing. He puts in a lot of jokes, a lot of great editing, a lot of memes, a lot of clips, a lot of just awesome things that really enhance the experience. And he has also been on a Taylor Swift discovery journey, and it's been super fun. And then today I found this guy. I don't know his name because I didn't pay attention enough. That's my bad. Nick, somebody. If you want to watch somebody who does not know anything about Taylor Swift lose their freaking mind over her music videos and her music and her song structure and her lyrics and all of the things, he has been so much fun to watch today. I am very excited about finding him, like so much. So if you're a Swiftie like me, I know some of you are, these guys are really fun to watch react to her music. Okay, I'm back. This is the Kindle that Steven and Stereo got me. I got the case myself, but Kindle, love it, thank you. And then on it is the romance booktuber stickers that Brie from 11 Words sent me, which you saw also in the Secret Santa unboxing with the stuff from Naima. At the time, she was not selling the stickers. They were just things that she had sent to her friend, but they are now in her Etsy shop in 11 Words. And I cannot recommend enough that if you are a romance booktuber that you go out and buy some of these because they are awesome. Okay, so allow me to better explain this book to you. We have a princess who has been locked in a tower her whole life by her evil father, who is the devil. And you have her whole family is well known for betraying people and just kind of being the worst. And then our hero, Maddox, his culture, like speaking the truth is the most important thing. If you are a liar, nobody will have anything to do with you. You are in disgrace. You definitely cannot be a king or a leader or a queen. And so speaking truth is the most important. He is kind of like a Viking, barbarian type of retelling. And there is a council who is the alliance. So they are all of the countries brought together from surviving the destroyer. And so now there's like a big problem if you go against the decision of the alliance. And our heroine, Vane, her family are snakes and politicians and evil. And they basically killed Maddox's parents and then lied and said that his dad raped someone in the castle, and so they were justified. And so Maddox is out for revenge, and that is what brings him on the path to Yevenne. Yevenne has been touched by a goddess and has more wisdom than the average person, knows things that not everybody knows. There are trigger warnings in this book for death of an animal, an abusive family, a lot of injuries, a lot of tense situations, as well as the loss of a parent. It is definitely a darker fantasy romance. Hey guys, so I just got done putting stuff in here, and my episode of the podcast on Read My Lips, which is a dark romance podcast, is live, so I'm going to start listening to it right now, and I'm super duper excited about it, and I will probably chat for a minute about it after I listen to it. All right, people, it's 11:11 in the morning. I've been up for 4-ish hours, kind of snooze between 5:30 and 7. And I've read like 2 pages. I just got done listening to the podcast. It was super fun. I said like a lot, but besides that, it was really fun, and I am really enjoying listening to a podcast of like a bunch of people that I follow, and so it was really fun to be one of the first ones on there. It was a blast. Since this entire vlog is dedicated to my love for Naima,
I think that she's gonna be on it too. So look out for that. I don't know when anybody's episodes are happening, but it's great. I love it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try and read some of this book. So I don't know what to tell you, but I am failing. I kind of want to read. It's 11, so I don't know if this is gonna get done. I would love to read all of this today. This is not undoable for me. You have to understand. Like, I read Kingdom of Ash, which is 1,000 pages, in 1 24-hour period. Like, I have more than spent half my lifetime reading fantasy books in one day. So it is doable for me, but that's not going to happen if I don't actually pick it up. But I actually wanted to listen to the podcast, so I didn't do anything while I listened to it. But yeah, it's time to get to reading.
I'm listening to some Taylor Swift. This is my dog Opie, and you are also going to see my little dog who is Orchid and my daughter's Elbow. As you can see, 32 pages in, and they already have me in my feelings.
All right, guys, I have read the first 5 chapters, which is all from our hero's perspective, which is Matic, and he is obviously a barbarian warlord. We know this. He was the general, and his parents were the king and queen. They died. That's part of the synopsis for the book. We know this. But they died of treachery from our heroine's father. So first 5 chapters are in the hero's point of view. We see about him learning about his parents, and I kind of teared up there for a minute. I was like, oh, this does not bode well for me. But we watch through his eyes as he meets the heroine. She's so awesome. She's like so clever, and I just love her, and I haven't even read her point of view yet. I have to get my kids lunch, so I have to take a little break. But so far, I'm already hooked. I cannot wait to read her POV.
I love to get my candles from TJ Maxx, and my favorites are ones that smell like men's cologne.
Okay, I'm at page 100, and you might hear my daughter because she's right over there. But so far, they are still very much enemies, but also he has decided that he either needs to treat her well because it is against their culture to be abusive in any way, or he has to kill her. So basically he's decided he's going to treat her well, but if he ever finds out that she's lying to him, he's going to kill her. So good. All right, folks, I just spent 45 minutes vacuuming up the herpes of a beanbag disaster, and I'm going to make lasagna.
So I love Italian food with my whole soul and being. I'm definitely a semi-homemade type of Italian cook. I am just kind of getting stuff at the grocery store or whatever the best option is. I could eat pasta and red sauce every day of my life. I swear to God, it is so good. I got these noodles that you don't have to boil, so you pour in milk or water into the pan and they just cook in the oven. So it turned out pretty well, actually. Schitt's Creek coffee cheers to you.
All right, my husband's on his way home. I just finished making the lasagna. It's like 4:40. I'm hoping to have 20 minutes to read and drink my coffee. I have my dog blocked so he can't jump on my bed. Messing with my bookmark because, hey, that's just messing with my tripod. Okay, so I thought because it's screen time, but it's the boy screen time, that I could have 20 minutes. 20 minutes to read this book uninterrupted, but alas, it is not to be. So I'm going to rescue my tripod. And drink my coffee. Okay.
The finished product turned out pretty good.
All right, my daughter peed on me, so I'm now in pajamas. I haven't taken my makeup off yet, all that jazz, but I am 238 pages into A Heart of Blood and Ashes. And I am so invested and obsessed with this book. They're still so push and pull. And there's a lot of the things that, like, I hate this type of angst, although it fits into enemy warriors and, you know, country politics and things like that, so that fits. But it's just like they don't know what to trust with each other, so every time there's forward progress, there's also setbacks. Frustrating as a reader because you know that both of their intentions are pure and good, and that they could be like the best power couple if they would just trust each other, but you also understand that they would be foolish to trust each other just blindly. But there's a lot of push and pulls. I am just so invested. I'm so invested. I just feel like, especially if like they trust each other and have happiness before like the 90% mark, because you know I like to have more than a minute with my happy couple. I love it. And I have to say, I don't know if I ever would have been like, oh, I'm in the mood to spend hours and hours reading a fantasy. I don't know when I would have gotten to that point again. But because I promised to vlog, and I know I need to have these things recorded in order to have them edited and uploaded and all that stuff, you know, I had planned that I would read today. And as a mood reader, I was just like, oh, we're just gonna have to push through. But I have to say, I have really been gripped by this story since the first page. Honestly, I've not had trouble getting into it. Part of that probably is that I used to read fantasy all the time. The first 5 chapters are the hero's point of view, Maddox. I told you that before, but like the 5th chapter is his whole meeting with her. So, and the chapters aren't long, so you don't have a ton of pages before like you're seeing them interact together. And then there's kind of a lot of forced proximity because they're on a journey together. They have warriors with them, but oh man, I am loving it. Like, I think I'm gonna order the other books in this series like this week. I kind of don't want to do it before I finish the book, but I might. And honestly, you guys know me, I don't buy books. I don't buy books in the hopes that I will enjoy reading them. I don't do that. This is so good. All right, it's 10:30. I made it to page 352. Things be happening, but I have to go to bed, and I really want Maddox to get his act together. She is so clever. So clever. And he's so strong and good, but like I really want them to have a equal power dynamic, you know, like a queen needs her king, that type of thing. And I don't really know how many twists and turns we're gonna have on the path to that, so I can't wait to finish it tomorrow morning. Hey guys, it is morning. My daughter was up for a while during the night. Now she's sleeping in. Of course, my boys are up. So I'm gonna try and get some reading done while she's still sleeping, but I'm tired. This succulent coffee cup was a gift from Christmas last year, so basically I have a type. Okay, alright. I was wrong before. I thought that there's like 442 pages. I don't know, my brain. I don't know. 542. I'm on page 4. Well, I just finished 467. They still have so much to work out, and now there's gonna be a battle. this is not eloquent, but stupid man. This stupid man. He's such a good guy. And he's smart. And he's logical. And he's teachable. And he's all these good things. And he still doesn't understand the words that are coming out of her mouth. I swear. I cannot take this book. I'm so worked up. It is so gripping. I'm sweating like a whore in church. It is just so much. We only have like 100 pages left. Not even 100 pages. 90 pages. With like 90 pages left to try and bring it all to happiness with a nice neat bow on top, and we still have a massive battle to happen. Okay. They made some progress before he's leaving for battle. So, I'm a little happier now. Even though there's so many pages before, like, they really trust each other. And they still haven't really told each other that they love each other, but it's obvious and stuff. Even though there's so many pages before that happens, there's so many little things put into the story that it doesn't feel like you're waiting forever. You know, because they have all these small things constantly happening, and it's push and pull and forward and backward, but not in like a super annoying way. All right, time for this battle. Darn it! Why are you doing this to me? I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. They're all gonna die. No happy ending. They're all gonna die. There's no way out of this. The fact that there is still like 60 pages left, 50 pages left, whatever. 40, 50. 50 pages left. I can math. Nope. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how they're gonna fix all this. What the heck, silly freak? I hope you know these updates are coming like 2 pages apart, and I'm losing my mind. Ah! I hate this so much. I'm so sad. I mean, I know, I'm sure, surely it's not gonna end like this. Okay, so if you have read this book, after the battle, and Maddox has gone to the tent where Yvonne was. Yvonne, is that how we're saying her name? He's like, I'm gonna have one thought. I realize if you haven't read it, that makes absolutely no freaking sense, but if you have read it, if you've read it, and if you can see my face, you know that I'm in my feelings right now. Like so much. Gosh darn it. So there's like a whole thing in this book, right? There's this whole thing in this book about how she doesn't make any sounds from pain. Like she's completely silent from pain. And something just happened and she screamed. And I'm just like, like 10 pages since the last time I talked to you. Still have 40. No, I still have almost 30 left to go. And I'm updating you every 2 pages because I just keep ripping my heart out in new ways. Don't get me wrong. It's good. I'm so sad though.
Okay, all of my kids get this from me. When I am sucked into something, like whether it's TV or a book, my face mirrors what is happening in the content. Sometimes I'll even be like leaning forward and mouthing the words. I used to do that a lot as a kid. But whatever emotions are happening are playing out on my face the entire time. So I thought I would show you kind of the journey that my emotions are on right now.
Finished it. Like 530 pages it takes them to say I love you. And yet it's not just angst filled. There's so many little things in here. It was so good. I'm gonna go buy the next one. It was exactly what everybody said that it is. It's such a good balance of fantasy and relationship. It all starts at the beginning, but it also all doesn't end until the ending. There's just not a bunch of dead time. It's just back and forth between enemies and lovers and the side characters and the things that are going to happen with the realm and the destroyer and all the things. It was crazy good. It has been so long since I read a fantasy romance. The last one I read was Crescent City in March when it came out. And, you know, this one had a lot more romance. And that one, the first 600 pages, like nothing happens. And this one is only 542 pages. So still a big difference. I used to read fantasy all the time. And I do miss it sometimes. And this was so good. Time to get ready for the day. Gotta make my video live. I need to edit the rest of this week's videos. And, you know, do life stuff a little bit here. I need to think on what to compare this to for you guys to know, like, your comfort zone. I will say that for me, it was stressful. Couldn't look away. It was gripping. It was captivating. There weren't any huge plot twists or anything, and yet there were still so many twists and turns. You never knew exactly which way that they would go. It was a great read. I can easily see myself rereading this at some point. I want to read the next book probably in fantasy February, whatever it is that Jen is doing. It was just really good. I would say that there is a lot of kind of violence and dark content, but, you know, in a fantasy setting, I feel like I have more of a tolerance. Like, you're literally dealing with warriors and enemies and people who are killing so that they aren't killed. And you hate her dad and her brothers. So every time one of them dies, you're like rooting for it so freaking hard. And you're like, yeah, rip his heart out. I hate him. It's just really good, guys. All right, on with life.
All right, guys. So I only didn't get one thing done yesterday. And here's today's list, at least for now. I need to edit Thursday's video. I've already did one edit through of it yesterday. I need to get it edited and uploaded, ready for Thursday. I don't plan on working on the description today. I think I'll do both descriptions tomorrow. I want to get Saturday's video edited, although I need to message Ashley from Ashley's Realm, might as well be, from Bookish Realm. She's starting a new Black Love Romance booktube channel that is a collaboration. I need to try and get the title and link from her and get a clip edited into that video. I need to do that. And then, you know, I've got some cleaning to do. Nothing too much today, but still, any day you don't do something when you have kids, you are falling way behind. So that is the deal. I also kind of need to read bits of other books, but before I start the fixer, but we'll see. And my daughter's crying, so I gotta go find out what's happening.
So you can see that I have the post-its until I have posted the video. Then I write my title. I put on a sticker. All of these stickers are actually from Brie at In 11 Words. So the romance tuber and the coffee ones. And then these random purple ones are just from Walmart. But I do a circle with my category colors so that you can see my guide on the right. And then I do a pretty sticker, and that's my reward for posting my video. You can see I have a couple of fun video topics coming up. If you have a request for a video topic, especially a trope recommendation, feel free to let me know. And these are the videos that I edited that I'm pointing to.
Hey, so I don't think I will check in again today. I think that I'm not going to get to show the fixture today or anything. I did want to show you guys the earrings that Naima got me. So super cute. Love them. Love them. You don't even know how hard it was to try not wear them in booktube videos until the Secret Santa exchange had been posted. So let's just go on record with that. Yeah, I'm almost done editing my second video. Husband's on his way home. I've got more stuff to do. My 2-year-old is walking in and you can't see her, so bye. Okay, so it is now Thursday night and I read A Heart of Blood and Ashes on Monday and Tuesday. And then got a bunch of stuff done yesterday and today, and then just now, a few minutes ago, I got a touch of something. A Touch of Stone and Snow delivered, so I'm super excited. I did buy it. I would probably read it in February, but this is smaller. This is 388 pages. I'm very excited. My husband called it Sir Absalot, so I don't know what type of society it's a retelling of. I don't know if they are in fact knights and that's why we have this cover. I really don't know, but I'm excited to find out. 41 pages into my reread of The Fixer by Jessica Gadziala. This is a woman has a stalker. The very first chapter, the very first page, the very first sentence is he was going to kill me. So the first chapter, things are escalating with her stalker. She knows, she just has a gut feeling that tonight is going to be the night that he's going to break in. And so she does a few different things to try and be safe. And one of them is to contact the fixer agency, and they say, hey, we don't take your type of case, but we'll let the boss know in the morning. And in the morning, they let the boss know, and the receptionist tells him that the woman had a gut feeling that something was going to go down, and she asked him to go check. And he does, and the door is open, and he can smell blood, and he's like, you know, and he goes in, and she's okay. So, the stalker, obviously this is the first chapter, so I'm not spoiling anything for you, and this is trigger warnings. But the stalker breaks in, tries to rape her, she ends up killing him instead. So that's our setup, and that's how they meet. And they're still attracted to each other, but obviously she has been through it. We're just a couple of chapters in. We get alternating points of view, and I'm so excited to reread these characters because this is the only Jessica Gadziala series that I'm completely caught up on. I've read every book that has come out in this series. There are 7 so far. That's not true of any other of her series. I always have at least one, if not more, to go because she writes all the freaking time. But so I've read all of their individual books. I'm just so excited to get introduced to them all again, especially, you know, just knowing everything that happens and Jessica's style and, you know, how bad it's gonna get. Obviously, for this, really, all of the bad stuff is right there at the beginning. Yeah, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. I am really enjoying my reread of it so far. Okay, I am 174 pages into the Fixer. This book is 237 pages long. And I read this for the first time a year ago, maybe more. I'm really not sure when I first picked this up. But I have never forgotten this sentence. So, there's a woman who's a wife of like a Russian mafia thing, and a different client had an affair with her, and now they're trying to keep the Russians from killing him. So this is all unrelated to the main character of the book, but because the love interest is the head of the Fixer operation, you know, he's dealing with this. Well, she has been beaten and stuff and has asked them for help, so now they're gonna have to extract her. Well, he's talking about how the woman in his organization, because there's only a couple of them, never seem as crazed when they're dealing with a woman who has been beaten or raped or any of the things. And he had asked one of his employees, Miller, the negotiator, why that is. And she said, "You're good men. To you, it's shocking that someone would use their strength to force someone else and to prey on somebody that's weaker. But we're women. We know that this is always a reality, that any man that we pass on the street can become a predator." So this is what she says. "You get to walk this earth not constantly worried that someone will attack and rape you. We don't get that luxury. So when it happens, because we know it could happen at any time, it doesn't surprise us. It is a grim, ugly reality we are aware of daily." I just remember reading that. I've never forgotten this conversation because it just makes so much sense. Okay. I'm at the misunderstanding part of the book, which you guys know I'm not a fan of in general with romance books, but this one is understandable, I guess, even though communication would fix it. But this is how, like, you know that the book is so good. Like, I have a sick twist in my gut that they are not happy. Just like, "Oh, guys, let's just talk it out. It's okay. You gotta communicate. My precious little babies." I'm kind of surprised at how much of this book I had forgotten, but also I'm not. I don't know. That's what makes rereads so great. If you read this series, you will become accustomed to this phrase. And just so you know, I'm going to swear, since I generally try and keep this completely swear-free in case you are watching with your kids. But you will come across this phrase over and over again if you read this series, and it is fucking Fenway. And Fenway is the main character in The Client. You know what? There are 8 books in the series, because The Client is number 8. He's the main character there. He is like a billionaire, gajillionaire, millionaire dude who just gets into the craziest situations all the time that they have to fix. And we are introduced to him in this book. It's all his fault. The whole misunderstanding is his fault, which is funny because he's just like a huge pain, but he's also very charming and not just surface level, and you really love him. But fucking Fenway. Okay, I finished The Fixer. Jessica Gadziala is the queen of epilogues. She does all these different check-ins. I've mentioned this a million times, but like this epilogue was 1 day later, 3 days later, a week later, 3 months later, a year later. And it's just so freaking cute. And when I finished this epilogue the first time, that's when I was like, I need to pick up another book by her. And I read all of the books that were out. I think it was through Kai's book or maybe right before that. But I read all the books that were out at the time. And it just started me going into her backlist after that. So I don't know how much I told you guys. Well, they fall in love quickly, I feel like. Things escalate quickly. However, this is another thing that Jessica does sometimes that you just don't see too often. So they have a separation, not a breakup. They have a separation because he's on a job in Russia that I was telling you guys about. But he's gone for like over a month. And they had only spent like a few days together, and it was in the middle of her case before he went on the month-long trip to Russia. But so much of them learning each other and falling in love and things escalating and being like, okay, this is something that I want to pursue, happens while they're apart. And I just love how she does that. That, yeah, maybe they knew they were attracted to each other from the minute they saw each other. Maybe things escalated pretty quickly. At the same time, there will be a period often in her books where there's kind of a gradual escalation of them really getting to know each other after the accelerated escalation of them getting frisky. You know what I mean? I just love it. I love the epilogues. I love all the characters. So fun. It was so fun. I'm so glad I reread it. I've been stressed. I really needed it. And yeah, it just makes me smile. As stressful as some of the topics are, as because they are romantic suspense, there's gonna be some things where you're just like, what's happening? Books just always make me smile on top of it. And I love that so much. Not only because she's actually like wickedly funny, but because I always love her character so much, and then they end up so happy, and it just puts the biggest smile on my face. So, thank you so much for watching my reading vlog. I know it was long. There were things that didn't go as well as I might have hoped. Started on Sunday, finished on Friday, skipped a couple days in between, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And of course, thank you to Naima for my many gifts and for your friendship and your 10-second tutorials and your comments and your sweet personality who's not afraid to stand up for what she believes in and or reach out with affection. And I just really appreciate you. So thanks everyone for watching. Bye.